Greetings, stranger, and welcome back to Fate in Space. Please take a seat while we rejoin the Discord. Hello.
Everybody run.
Hello there.
And hello there. We're now back on that Fate game, back in space, doing things. Doesn't remember the last thing we did.
I don't remember what I had for lunch, so no.
So basically, it was a chill-out upgrade session. Nothing too crazy. So, technically, the world was entirely open to you guys. You were not in the middle of any mission. You weren't picking anything up. You weren't dropping anything off. The Kabuto was free to travel where she will.
What was our next order of business? The big three?
Yeah.
The triangulum?
Had we decided which one's first?
I know we decided on one just randomly because we rolled the dice for it.
The one you guys were deciding to go after was Wily, who is in the Gale system.
Wily's
Yes.
Coyote?
He's probably not a
Yeah.
coyote.
Are you sure?
Last I checked, he was not a coyote.
I could make him one.
I don't doubt you.
What's that? Aldris, you got a problem with that? I could make you a coyote, but only if you wanted, because you're my
Please, no.
friend. All right, that's fine. That would have been crafty helper, I'm sure.
Oh, no.
Make a coyote.
Does not sound horrifying at all. All right, so is our goal to attempt to take out Wily?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm sure we
my
had an
goal.
idea of what we wanted to do, but I don't remember it.
We must have skipped more than a week.
Feels like it.
It does.
I think it was more than that.
It might have been. To my knowledge, we actually didn't have a plan. It was basically just attack him, and we kind of paused there because we were thinking about it. Primarily because I told you, obviously, directly attacking any of these, if there were a bounty board, these guys would be at the absolute top, no questions asked. Borderline impossible. That is the tier that they're at. Wait, were you
That's
to...
right. We did talk about that.
Yes. So were you to attack them or go for something?
How do I become instantly more powerful than them?
Well, that's just it. You don't have to be more powerful. You just gotta be smarter.
I am smarter.
There you
I
go.
mean, like, Nara's smarter 100%. Megan, on the other hand, she's just saying some buzzwords. She doesn't know what she's talking about.
Say the word
JPEG.
really, really quickly. Just say it like really quickly. And then if we don't hear it, blame it on the mic. If we don't understand it, blame it on our brains.
I can't even think of a long word right now.
You can go with the classic.
Yeah.
Anti-disestablishmentarianism.
Oh, that's right. That is classic, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I remember that one in high school. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
All right, anyway. Two of you, Georgiana and Aldris, we've played another game called Blades in the Dark. In that game, planning isn't really all that important. You go in, you do the heist, you go out. If shit hits the fan, we have something wonderful called flashbacks, or any other various thing we can do. That same concept can be applied to any game we play, including this one. So you do not have to plan. In fact, please do not plan start to finish how you guys want to assault Wily, because that never works. It has never worked in the history of RPGs. The plan will always explode the second you do the first roll. So we more so want to plan our approach and then kind of figure out things from
because
there.
you're hearing our plan.
No, it is literally a meme. I don't think a single plan has ever survived anything ever. That goes both ways. No DM's plan ever survives the players either.
True.
I provide scenarios for you guys. Sometimes they don't have solutions. You need to figure them out, because guess what? If I plan for every solution, I'm sitting here checking off a box waiting for you guys to think of the one thing I want you to think of, and that shit sucks, especially for you guys. So, works the same way. You guys want to do something, just tell us. We want to heist. We want to break in. We want to directly attack. Whatever the thing may be, just let me know the general way, and then we can kind of have a discussion. I'll tell you what your character knows, or maybe what Nara was able to pick out and say, as Nara, I would know this is far too dangerous to just run straight in. If we do, it might be possible, but with this, and that. Also, technically, in Fate, you guys haven't been doing this. I haven't been really recommending it, primarily because I'm not a huge fan of the rule. It's a little weird. You can use your Fate points to do just that. Twist Fate, as long as I approve. So, for example, Ryder could say he walks into a room, and I say, yes, Charlie Starblazer is there. You can literally give me a Fate point and say, no, he's not. And I go, okay, no, he's not. You can do that if you want. And now if I'm like, no, he has to be there because blah, 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 then you go, okay, that's fine. But you can literally just say that thing didn't happen. To a degree, of course. But we're all kind of building the story together. So you can say, we did this before, Georgiana, as you guys go to assault Wily's base, I probably slept with one of those guys. You can either spend a fate point or we can roll for it. and you can say, no, I actually called ahead. And we have a really specific route that we can take. We're still going to get shot at, but it's going to be much easier. You can totally say that.
We know he's bunkered up somewhere in the Gale system.
Correct. That is all you know.
I would like to use my networking, please.
Okay. How so?
Do I know anything about this guy?
Their existence isn't known to anyone. That's how elusive these guys are. So knowing anything about them is like top. Know what I mean? So the fact that you've seen one and you kind of like hung out with them for a little while is ridiculously rare. You might be some of the only people in this like star sector that have done that.
Can I try to contact some local people that I know that might have run into any of the Lezarin Corporation, like in that area? Just like, you remember in the very beginning when we attacked that one building that was like the clothing front? So I just want to see if I can contact any people that I know and then see if they know of any of those kind of places that are in that area.
Sure, you can very much do that. If you want to do the same, Georgiana, you're more welcome to do so. You can just ask me what you want to know, and then I'll respond. Same with Nara, Aldris, any of y'all can do this. I won't have you roll. I'll just let you know because you do have a connection of people, writer, and you're reaching out to folk that you already know. We'll say that the way you ask is obviously very cautious. If you ask, hey, the Lezarin Corporation nearby, they're going to laugh like, haha, what? No, obviously, no one's heard of them. I mean, everyone's heard of them. Like, everyone knows they exist. Most people probably assume it's run by either one person or like a council of people because of how large the corporation is. There's obviously the gang aspect to the Lezarin Corporation that Nara is more familiar with. So she knows how things are run in the underbelly. Reaching out, you would be more so probably checking with bounty hunters in the area, Ryder, and they'd give you probably information that could line up with what Nara's picked up. And I'd say what you receive is essentially, because once again, you gotta be careful with how you ask. You don't know who's in whose pockets. A lot of people just give you just a brick wall. Some people have you blocked already, and they probably just don't want to be associated with you, which kind of sucks, but, they don't want to be in a hit list either. Kind of makes sense. You do get some responses that effectively say, maybe you're looking for like a rare hunt or a bounty, and then you get a response of like, no, but I did fly by a when I say very, I mean like almost moon-sized rock floating in that area. It's got an odd shape. It's like tear-shaped. You could have sworn he saw some metal jutting out of it, but that's essentially all they're able to see. They don't really know of anyone running any business out of that area. There aren't many hits in the area. It's kind of a dead zone, so most folk don't fly through it. We can say this person was maybe taking a shortcut, going to a certain location. He flew by this thing and went, checks the map, because that's not the map. Oh, well, flew away.
Is it a dead zone on purpose? A manufactured dead zone?
Looking at all of the evidence, that you might be led to believe that. Mm-hmm. But, for example, the map wouldn't say, yes, this is a dead zone because of X. It's not weird. I mean, it's space, you know what I mean? Space is huge. So we're very much used to dead zones and areas you just don't go to because, well, unsafe.
Well, Nara's a little suspicious of everything.
Of course. So. And now that you know something is there, you now know what to look for. Maybe what not to look for. Knowing this, there probably should be this weird whatever, floating around in that general area. There are things in the Gale sector, but they're nowhere near the specific location that Ryder was sharing, which we know is the specific location of Wily.
Well, let's get getting.
So if Wily is on this tear-shaped planet thing, question is how do we get on it without obviously being attacked by everything? What we're going to do is recon the area. This might take a while, but we need to recon the area to see ships going in and out. Not necessarily that tear-shaped planet, but just in general, the vicinity of the Gale system leading to that said planet. Obviously, we're going to be a good distance away, so we're not alerted at all. And then once we can get their schedule, I guess, like if we see their, like whatever ship they're using, we can try and pretty much we're going to try to take one of their ships as swiftly as possible, not to alert anybody. And then we can use that ship to be undercover to go into that planet.
That could very much work. How's everybody feel about that? Steal one of their transport ships and then sneak in that way.
I mean, I think everybody here knows that I love stolen things.
I mean, I'm also fine with stealing stuff, so.
Let's steal some shit.
Flying over to the Gale system, the sector of Gale, and the Kabuto with her advanced cloaking tactics allow us to hide for a reasonable amount of time. During this time, scans are run, things are looked for. We'll say we are reasonably close to this huge tear-shaped, I want to say rock, but it makes it sound small. But how do you describe a massive hunk of just like stone floating through space? We'll just call it space rock for now. It's perfectly fine. This massive space rock. The description is correct. There are a few hunks of metal kind of jutting out of it. They're spear-shaped. They seem to be a rather dark metal. Not necessarily black, but a very, very dark gray. You see no ships enter. You see no ships leave. Scans come back with nothing. There's definitely metal there, but, you know, that could be literally anything. Ship could have crashed into it. This could be some, I don't know, some hunk of stone that just, like, that got too close to a heat source, or there'd have been war, whether it was a star or something of that nature, and just got melted down and floating about in this really odd shape. So we wait, and we watch. Something pulls up on our scanners. There is indeed a ship that is kind of flying around the area, and it's seemingly ignoring this massive teardrop. They don't see you guys, you know they don't. And after a moment, it changes course and starts flying directly towards the teardrop. And as it does, it gets closer and closer. You may be worried for a moment that it's actually going to ram into this teardrop, but it doesn't. Instead, it seemingly disappears. It looks like it actually phased through one of the exterior walls.
Oh, I
of this
didn't know you were
large
going to
stone.
do that.
And with that, it's gone. Your scanners completely lose it.
We're going to investigate.
Yeah.
Waiting for a while. The ship should come back out. So if you want to wait for that, you
Yeah,
know it
so
should.
let's wait a little bit to see if the ship comes back out. If it does, cool. Let's try to get that ship if it comes a good distance from the tiers. But if it doesn't come out, we can try and fashion like a drone or something and fly it out there and see what happens if we fly into the teardrop.
Sure, works for me.
We'll wait a reasonable amount of time, and we end up waiting about a day, actually. But eventually, your scanners chirp to life, and the Kabuto does indeed sense one enemy ship exiting the large space stone. And you indeed see that. It floats out the same way it went in, and just kind of begins to shoot off into space at no haste. It's going the opposite direction from which it came.
Kabuto, launch spy drone in cloaking mode.
Of course, Ryder. Your spy drone launches off, fully cloaked, and moves closer and closer to this ship. What are you looking for?
I want to try landing on the ship, and once it lands on the ship, I want Nara to hack into the ship so we can take full control.
Let's do it.
It flies in that general direction, and once it's a reasonable distance away from the stone, it attaches itself. Kind of wriggling about and doing its thing, it makes a connection. Nara, with your skills as a hackster, it doesn't take you too much time to slowly sneak into their system and fully take control of the ship. It's manned by approximately 6 people.
You said 65 people?
Sorry, 6 people.
Oh, why did I think you said
Those are very
65?
different numbers.
Those are very different.
I was like,
numbers.
that's a fucking army of that ship.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know why I thought you said 65.
The classic, what was it, Madagascar? 4 to 6 weeks. 46 weeks?
Oh.
4. I love that joke. That always makes me laugh. Anyway,
that's
yes.
my kind of listening comprehension. In that case, I'm like, there's only 6 people on the ship. We could take them. Let me find out where the brig is.
So, do we have full control of the ship, or are we only just attached into their network to see who's on the ship?
Nara, go ahead and roll me hacking to see how much control you have. Standard, we just need to beat a 2. Okay. So we do need to beat a 2. What we can do, as per usual, with overcomes and whatnot, if you tie, you can succeed at a minor cost if you wish. You don't have to spend a fate point.
Can the minor cost be that they know somebody tried to do something?
Sure.
I'm going to accept it. In fact, I'm not going to hide it at all. Yeah, I'm going to pretend it was on purpose.
That very much works for me. And you can see as you guys are taking control, you have not necessarily full control. They cannot control it. They cannot shoot, to your knowledge, and they can't move the ship. Some of the inner workings should theoretically still be functioning. But if you guys want to move this, fly it somewhere, do as you will, you know that you very much can. Just don't be obvious about it. Don't be obvious about it in front of the large stone. So you guys can, fly it away a bit at a really, really reasonable distance, and they will not say.
Can we fly it out of their scan zone?
Definitely, yeah.
I make it look as natural as possible.
You do know, unquestionably, their alarms are going off. They're very much panicking. They have no idea what the hell's going on. So have fun. They fly to a reasonable distance, and you guys are able to bring the Kabuto over to where they are. I'll say in terms of size, the ship is actually smaller than the Kabuto, primarily because the Kabuto, does house many mechs and can house more. So it's maybe, we'll say, half the size of the Kabuto.
Small little baby ship.
Can I have the Kabuto grab onto the ship?
She does. All right.
Okay, so there's 6 people on board. What we need to do is find who's ever in charge and interrogate them. The rest, they don't matter. They can be done away with. Nara, is there any way you can figure out the rankings of the people on board?
Of course. In fact, I send him all of their company files.
One of them, he's got unused time off, so we should really get on that.
He's got unused time off and also no infractions.
Yeah, unlike his...
He's a good worker, but his coworker...
not so much. Stacking up those infractions. Ugh.
He's flagged.
Oh, God.
So...
As a problem worker.
Problem worker.
Oh, no.
We don't feel like you're part of the family.
All right, so the Kabuto has it, right?
Correct, yes. The data that you receive pretty much says that they're all lowly ranking. They're not grunts, but by no means do they hold any sway in this company. They are
Just
pretty much... They're just some people that are basically, hey, my job is to bring product A to location A, and then bring B to B. That's it.
I'm going to go into their ship. If one of you guys want to accompany me...
Do you feel like you need somebody with fighting skills?
Preferably.
That would be Ghost.
Yes, take Ghost.
No.
I'll just
Excuse
chuck the
you?
fuzzball at them.
And then he devours the ship.
Their fur is poisonous.
Indeed.
Oh,
So
It's like a porcupine, but they're all really tiny
I
really
back away
tiny,
from Ghost.
very smooth.
until they're inside you. They're very
Birdman,
painful.
come with me.
Bird boy. Bird boy.
Alright, the two
Alright,
of you
so-
get ready to board the enemy ship.
Yeah.
After the connection is made from the Kabuto, as I mentioned before, Nara's got full control of this bad boy, so they are trying to resist and not happening. You guys walk through the little, the tube connecting the Kabuto to their ship, and after but a moment, the seal,
Blow their hatch open.
the seal is solidified, and you don't need to. Nara just opens the door.
Oh.
This opens the door and it says, "Do not be alarmed. This is a normally
So
scheduled
I have like a
drill."
wrist thing that has kind of like their layout of their ship. Can Nara just like update me to like who's behind what door?
I can track biosignatures. Absolutely.
I'm gonna try making my way to the bridge to where I'm assuming the leader of the ship is.
Like I mentioned, the ship is not very large, so both you and Aldris are sprayed down real quick. Make sure you contain no contaminations. And now that we're nice and squeaky clean, the door opposite of that opens, and you're granted entrance to the ship. Instantly, the first thing you see... So obviously they have their standard spacesuits. This one looks like it was put on very hectically. The helmet is kind of dangling behind him, and he's pointing a laser rifle at the two of you very shakily, and he looks incredibly scared.
I'm gonna look at him and be like, "Listen, do yourself a favor, put that down, and go back into whatever room you just came out of, or it's not gonna end very well for you."
There's someone behind him. They're holding up what looks like a pipe, maybe? Also, just as scared. They both look to you, Ryder, and say, "Who are you?"
That doesn't really matter, but if you want to stay unharmed, I would go back into that room and not come out until this is over.
They look to each other. He kind of like audibly sighs. Really doesn't want to. It puts the gun down, and then the two of them walk into the room that is behind them. And when the door is open, you see that there is no one in those rooms. Nara, the information you're able to give to Ryder is that there were 2 people here that they ran into. There are 4 more remaining on the ship. It looks as if one of them is in a room off to the side, and then the other 3 are at the bridge of the ship.
Hey, Aldous, can you use your magic goo shit to lock that door?
Sure. I will shoot my magic goo at the door.
All right.
Ooh.
That door is good and stuck.
Actually, no, I want to shoot a fired laser, I guess. Try to like weld it, and then I'll do that.
Excellent.
Weld it shut, and then put the goo. Make sure.
They're not getting out of there anytime soon. You hear maybe like a as you start soldering them in, and maybe
It kind of sounded like you said Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
Whoa! I heard Kiri. Hell yeah!
She crawled into my arms.
Oh man, yeah, I'm gonna give you a fate point for that. That was adorable. Very
sure
cute
wasn't
cat noise.
Meek.
Does someone actually have a real life Meek with them?
Maybe Kiri's guest spot is Meek.
Hell yeah! Oh my god! Oh, we should dress her up like Meek.
We'd have to paint her blue for that.
Cosplay. I mean, she's got short hair.
She
Pretty
does
easy.
have short hair.
Yeah.
Her ears are a little small for Meek.
We'll just put like ear enhancements on her.
I'm surprised you heard her. You don't usually hear her when she meows.
I usually don't. It was like it was like tiny.
I didn't even hear it.
It was very
so
cute. Turning to your right, Ryder and Aldris, you see a hallway. At the end of the hallway, you know is the bridge. To the left and the right of the
I have
hallway,
my gun out, by the way.
of course, a pistol or like rifle, something big, something small.
My rifle.
Looking down this hallway, there are various rooms to the left and rooms to the right. You know someone's hiding in one of these rooms, and the other 3 people should be at the end of the hall in the bridge. At any time, Nara can lock or unlock these doors. So
Yeah, so let me know if you want me to do that.
The door that the person's hiding in, lock it.
All right.
And then I'll also weld that one shut and goo it up.
you hear
They'll
another.
be able to get out though, right?
Yeah,
Maybe
right.
one day.
Eventually.
Maybe one day. It'll take a little bit of effort, but they'll get out.
Well, I don't know if I'm down with murder.
Well, they're not gonna die.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
I say that, but
We've murdered plenty
I
of
think
people.
we've murdered plenty
True.
of people on this
We really
on
have.
this campaign.
Looking ahead,
So
See
at least
door?
3 people, right?
at least 3 people that are in the bridge. Correct. You hear both shushes and cursing of like, God damn it, where'd these people come from? And like,
Wait,
Open-
do they have like
I'll-
watches or anything on them?
I'm gonna open my little satchel, and I'm kind of just like picking which grenade I want to use.
Okay. Do they have watches?
Like smart watches. I wanted to send them all a message that says "Don't panic."
I feel like
Yeah.
that'll make them panic.
I'm gonna chuck
Yeah.
a tear gas grenade in there.
Oh, okay.
The door is currently closed. Do you want Nara to open it? You pop a...
Nara, open door.
Chunk.
All right. So real quick, before you do that, obviously tear gas is pretty extreme.
That is pretty extreme.
You guys have your suits and everything, so you're all closed up.
Yeah. All right, I'm just gonna throw a flashbang grenade in there.
That works. Bad, but won't last as long. Door pops open. You huck in a grenade. It goes off, and after they kind of get a, what was it? Do not be afraid or do not panic?
Do not be afraid. And it has a biblical angel image.
Okay. Be not afraid, little angel emoji. And you kind of just hear them before you flash just go like, what the shit? I'm getting a message on my phone. Do not be a what? And then just, and then all 3 of them just like, and they fall over and they're rolling on the ground and like covering their eyes.
I mean, I would argue that human beings are not able to look upon heavenly bodies.
Like a flash grenade.
Yeah.
So the 3 of them instantly hit the ground. One of them looks like he wasn't quite as affected, and he kind of is covering his eyes, but they're shaking. They had like half their helmet was on. They're in the process of putting it on. But 2 out of commission. One of them is turned away from you guys, and their hands are like on the console, and they're blindly pushing buttons. So
Can I like make it so that that the buttons don't work?
very much, yeah. So everything they're trying to do is completely pointless. Every time an input is received, you're just denying it. Maybe they hit the like windshield wiper, and you're like, I'll let that one go through. But other than that,
Tell them not to move with my gun.
Both of you walk in. Aldrich goos the two on the floor. The one that is panicking, you address your order, and they stop moving and slowly raise both of their hands.
All right. I know. What's the leader's name? Because I got the info.
The
No
person
worries,
that is
man.
currently standing should be named Errol.
All right, Errol. We need to talk. Your other 3 compatriots are out, and it's not looking very good for you.
Errol slowly turns to you, trying to rub the flash out of their eyes, and, well, failing. Clearly in pain, so it's taking them a second to attempt to answer, but they don't look like they're going for any weapon. They have nothing drawn.
And the other 2 are good.
They're good and stuck to the ground. Yeah, they ain't going nowhere.
First question. Where is this ship going?
Another second of just grunts and general pain. You kind of audibly hear them thinking, and just kind of, who are you people?
We are your worst nightmare. So, answer the questions, and it should go relatively smoothly for you.
We're just going to pick up more product. How'd you even know we were here?
So, what, you're a courier van?
Yes,
Per
of
se?
course.
And where were you headed?
I was headed to pick up more product. Does it matter exactly where we were going?
I understand you're going to get product. What location were you headed to?
They wince again, and then they kind of look at you, and they see that you have a weapon drawn. You hear them gasp. Looking straight at you, they go, oh. We were headed to, turning back, they're like trying to like poke at things. They said we were in the middle of transport. We weren't even
Actually,
there yet.
would I have been able to find that? Is that like, put into the computer?
They were headed back to Darabel, which was the planet that you guys ran into with the drug cartel with the housing store.
Oh, of course.
Do
Kind of an
I see a weapon on Errol?
No. We were going to pick up more product. It's not our place to question. They tell us to move it. We get paid.
All right. Second question. What's in that teardrop planet back there?
Listen, you're going to have to believe me. I honestly don't know. There's an area we're allowed to enter. We drop off the product, and then we leave. It's completely cordoned off. They don't allow us to see any further than that. I'm sure you can tell by looking at it, they're very big on the secrets. I mean, come on, we have to fly into the damn things to get in.
What does it look like when you fly through it?
It's a hangar. It's just a big metal hangar. Like I said, we move in, we drop off the product, there's a large metal door across the way, but I've never seen it open.
How
We're not
many
allowed
guards
in.
are watching you when you come in?
Enough to make me uncomfortable. I don't count. I don't try to look at them.
Enough to make
When you
me
drop off
uncomfortable.
the product, have you ever been off the ship?
Yes, of course. I usually get off. I'll sign a few things to prove that we were there. And, they'll sign off and, good job, etc., etc. We receive our payment and then we leave. I was hired because I don't ask questions. I don't want to fight. I'm not interested in messing with any of this. I just want to get my money. And I just want to leave. I've been paid. What do you want from us? Just information?
No. I
Money?
need your help.
Okay.
You're going to turn us around and fly back into it.
Now? We were just
I know
there.
you
They're...
need- Yes, I get that. Not this very second.
Oh,
All right. What we're going to do is we're going to finish your drug run. I'm staying on this ship with you, and we're going to go through the portal.
he narrows his eyes for a second and looks at you and says, we're not selling drugs. What?
Do you not know what you're getting?
No, I know they're not drugs. They're parts.
Parts, drugs, whatever it is. You're going to pick up what you're scheduled to pick up, and then we're going to fly right back through.
What are the parts?
Are you saying this over the intercom?
Yeah.
He jumps and he looks up and goes, what? Whose voice is that?
God.
Oh, God. I'm sorry.
Just tell
I'm
me what
chortling
parts.
in the background.
Incredibly confused.
That's my best angel, Michael.
He kind of thinks for him and says, I don't know. They're ship parts. I think they build ships there. I'm pretty sure. I'm sure they're selling them for war or whatever. I don't know who they're associated with, but they're ship parts. Sometimes there's probably weapons or something similar, but from what I've gathered, it's just very, very high quality metals
Do all of them look human?
that you've seen so far. Two of them got flashed. You didn't really see them. They're on the ground, gooped. I guess gazing down upon them, no, the three individuals in front of you are all aliens. Various skin tones and extra eyes. And
the only reason I was asking is because Aldris, because if we're gonna go undercover and he puts a suit on, I just needed to make sure he's not gonna stand out like a sore thumb.
Nah, he shouldn't. There's a thing suit here that'll fit.
Imagine not being human. Oh, wait.
All right, Errol. What I need from you is 2 extra suits. If I have to take it from one of your guys, I will. And we're going to continue your drop. Once we get in, you need to direct me off of the ship as far as you know that you can go, and I'll take it from there.
I can do that. What do you do with me and my crew?
What am I going to do with you and your crew?
Yes, what are your plans for us?
Well, if everything goes as planned, you get to live.
Okay.
So I'm not here to kill you. I'm here for something else.
Says I don't want any trouble.
Just stick to the plan, and everything will be okay.
He nods again. All right. So what precisely do you want him and his men to do? Do you want his guys to stay back and only he helps you?
Well, I mean, we already locked 3 of them in. I just need him to kind of give me the rundown of like the ins and outs and like his protocol and stuff. Pretty much like give me a quick like, oh, this is your first day on the job. This is what we normally do type spiel, just so me and Aldris understand. So we're not like derp going this blind. So we do look like we relatively know what's going on.
Sure. So you guys can pretend like you're new people, new hires.
Yeah.
He very much agrees to that. You can tell he is more scared and concerned with keeping his people alive, and the folk he's working for probably pay well, but it's not worth his life. So he is more than willing to assist you all. This will take a hot second. Being in control of their ship, Nara, you guys are able to fly it to the destination and pick up said goods. It's approximately, let's say 10 or 12 large boxes of just metal. Once again, itemized list. We see everything. It's exactly what we expected to be. Are we all hopping on their ship and then like leaving the Kabuto behind to like stay stealth? Is that the plan?
That can work. So Liam and the animals can watch Kabuto.
Okay.
Just side note, I still just think it's hilarious. Not that it really matters. But how Liam went from a mercenary gun guy who's tried killing us to just like chilling on our ship, watching it. Not that it's
having a good time.
It's funny.
Y'all give him a good deal of, not being dead.
I mean, true.
And we pay well, right?
Yeah.
Well, I do.
What's that supposed to mean?
I take good care of my man. Come on.
Yeah, she takes good care of him. Wink, wink.
So so what you're telling me is that this is a transactional relationship?
No, of course not.
All right.
Also, that is a loaded question. All relationships are transactional.
Oh, I think that's an awfully loaded statement, but go on.
Well, transactional as in love.
Yeah, give and take.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm not a therapist. That's not my forte, my degree.
I was confused why Ghost just turned into a plant, but
Planty.
Yeah, so completely 100%, 900% unrelated, Nara. Did you want to name the little plant thing that you got from that?
Yes. What was the name of the...
You did already.
I don't think I had a name for it. I think I just kept calling it the plant.
Yeah, the plant
What was the name of the...
Savad.
We'll call it Sav.
Sav, S-A-V?
Yeah.
I like it.
Ooh, look at it glowing. Ooh.
Quick update on our glowy little plant. It does not need nourishment. It sits in its little bowl. It's very happy. It moves around. It hasn't really grown much, but that's by design. That's just kind of how it functions. So
I think this is the only organic matter I've ever loved.
If you look at it,
that's not true.
it loves you back.
Aww, beautiful. Nah, it's probably not true. That's the only organic. Whatever. The point is, it's very cute, and I love it. And I think that it keeps telling me that murder is bad, but I can't guarantee that because I don't speak plant.
You're just getting the feeling.
Yeah.
Clean up your act.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like going to bed at night and suddenly I hear it. Don't be like that. Don't be that person.
I like stealing shit.
It's a lot of fun.
It's like stealing is fine.
so the whole crew
People is bad.
gets their outfits, right?
Correct. All of you, Sans, Liam, and Bartholomew's got little pants.
Wait, is it pants on all four legs or pants on the back too?
Yes, it's two separate pairs of pants. One pair for the front, one pair for the back. His Tom fluff is just like folding out, exposed, which looks weird. It's like the animal's already naked. We put clothes on it. You're like, why do you feel naked now? Now that you're wearing pants, I'm uncomfortable. But yes, the four of you are now equipped with fitting suits. You had more than enough time to do this. The enemy's not expecting you to attack, so there is indeed no rush. And as we discussed, the Kabuto is going to be basically a reasonable distance away, effectively where she was prior, while you guys were creeping on this giant rock.
So are we coming back? Did we already pick up the Steph?
Yes, I'm going to ask you a question. So obviously, we're flying to a planet, we're picking up product. Errol asks if you can let his men go. If they can just be completely uninvolved, just drop them off here.
You know, that sounds great and all, like something a nice person would do, but that would mean they're unattended by me and could easily call back and warn ahead.
He looks at you, Ryder, and says, they won't. I promise. They're loyal to me. I'll tell them not to, and they won't. Trust me.
Give me a moment to think.
Are we going to drop them off, or should we leave them in the ship with Liam?
He means all of them, like all 5?
Yeah, he wants all of his men left basically on this planet. You are kind of just dangling them here, but...
Don't they know that there's 6 men on here? If we drop them off, then there's only going to be 5 men.
He lets you know they don't really care about the number of individuals on the ship, as long as it's, the expected number. So we're expecting 5. It doesn't matter that last time there were 6.
Okay, if I let you drop your men off, Errol, and anything happens, anything, that's your life on the line, right?
Nods very firmly. Says, of course.
So if you're okay with having your life on the line, then sure, we can drop your men off.
That's perfectly fine with me. All right, so we leave after prying 2 of the door opens and clearing up some of the group. He kind of gives them a quick, all right, I'll be here to pick you guys up in a week. Just kind of take a vacation, have fun. And they very much give him looks like, what? And then he kind of just absolute, bye. And then just leaves them there. And they seem confused, but upon looking at you folk, or they're it's like, something bad is happening.
I'm doing the 2-finger eye pointing at them, back and forth,
yeah, I'm watching you. They see that. They see the captain. And they understand. Like, all right, well, we'll keep quiet. We'll be on vacation for now, and then you'll be back in a week or so. All right.
Onwards to the teardrop planet.
With that, the Kabuto arrives in tow with this smaller ship, completely full to the gills as it should be. Nar running your standard scan and such. You can see that there's no traps, nothing weird, nothing in question whatsoever. Everything should be running as is. There should be 5 staff members arriving to drop off 12 crates of goods. And that is precisely what we have. After a quick little jaunt back, unfortunately this ship is not quite as fast as the Kabuto, so it takes us an extra second. When we do arrive, though, once again, complete radio silence. Scans and such reveal that this is indeed just a large rock. There are no ships in local space. There's, in fact, not really much going on at all. But by the prior captain's commands, do you trust him to fly it or no?
Yeah, he knows not to fuck anything up, so.
He flies directly into the large, tear-shaped stone. And as he does, you guys phase on through. You feel nothing, but as he does, Nara, suddenly your scanners are functioning. Your
bing, 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 bing.
Your personal ones, of course. Everything on the Kabuto is, still on the Kabuto. Unfortunately, that actually severed your link with the Kabuto. So if you need to contact her, you very much know you cannot. No info in, no info out. You know that this probably is also used against the enemy. They probably can't get info to go out either. So everything that's in is in, period.
All right. Better get to work, I guess.
And upon flying through, you are greeted with precisely what he told you. A very large dock. There's one of the ship docked currently. They seem to be slowly kind of unloading it, and there are men everywhere. There's
all
at
of
least...
our listeners, take a shot every time he says dock.
Dock, 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 dock. Someone died, I'm sorry. Looking about, you can see approximately 15 or so men just kind of walking about. This area is large, by the way, so it could probably house 5 total ships. So if you can imagine
armed?
that. Very much so, yes. They don't have their weapons pointed, and I'll say less than half of them, probably 5, have the weapons out and ready to use. The other 10 are more so helping with unloading, signing papers, doing things of that nature. But you can very clearly tell, as they are suited a very specific way, that they here and they work here.
Errol, are your men normally armed when you're out there,
No, we aren't allowed to bring weapons on.
like in the building or just in general?
I mean, this is as far as I've ever gotten. We're going to land in a second. It looks like he's looking at the front window. Yeah, we're probably next. He's pointing at one of the consoles showing that they're hailing us, basically saying like, hey, confirm. Nara, you very much know what you need to confirm. You don't need to do so with voice. You can just do so via information.
All right.
Do they do pat downs?
He looks at you guys and says, I've been doing this for a while. They won't pat you down. You know, they kind of trust me, I think. They'll just assume you guys don't have weapons because, well...
Well, just in case, I'm really good at hiding my weapons.
Good.
Wink, wink.
Nara grimaces.
Samesies.
Just, I guess just do your best to hide them for as long as you can. Remember, we're not permitted to leave this room. You guys can see across the way, there's a massive door in which this ship could probably fit through. And there's probably...
So you've never left this docking area?
Shakes his head. No, never. I land, I give them the product, I leave. That's it. They pay me.
Nara, see if you can find a network to hack in to see what doors go where. Like, pretty much hack the security
map?
system. Yeah, a map. Like, hack the security system, see what cameras are looking where and who and what and all that fun stuff.
All right. I bring up my Omni tool on my arm. Do I
Your Omnitrix? I'm kidding.
do you do the is it hacking?
Yes.
Damn. That's okay. What if I use my Meow Fate Point?
You may definitely do that. Do you wish to give yourself a +2 or re-roll? You rolled a -2, which gave you a total of 2.
Ooh.
Yeah, normally you roll like way better than this.
Yeah. Ooh, excuse me.
Let's get these crappy rolls out first. Before we,
So I'll go ahead and I'll give myself a +2.
Okay.
So, because then it'll be a 4, right?
Correct. With a 4, though, you'll get a vague blueprint. You'll get some security cameras. Not everything you want, because there's a lot to scan.
Really?
This place is huge. Not just that, the security is top notch. So, similar to the first roll, we can succeed at a minor cost. Are you willing to give anything up off the top of your head?
But do I want that though right now when we've just gotten here? What would that entail?
Yeah, like would that fuck up?
I need to decide what the cost is and whether or not it's the risk versus reward.
Yeah. So we can discuss that. You guys can recommend one if you guys can think of one. And it is minor, so nothing crazy. I can think of something fairly basic. While you're sort of doing this, Nara, maybe, because we're still fully tapped into this ship, maybe for like a good 30 seconds, the alarm of the ship goes off and the lights start flashing. And the guards look at you like, what's going on? It's something major, but they're really like, hey, shut that off. So they're not like angry. It's just, what are you doing? Stop.
Okay. All right, I'll do
It's
it.
like all the lights in general just kind of like flicker on and wacky.
Yeah.
Ding dong.
Basically, your guys' ship goes to wacky clown mode for like a good 30 seconds. And we'll say they jump to your ship next, effectively. There are a few folk walking around, the guns pointed, kind of like just looking about. They look bored, if I'm being entirely honest. No one's going to do anything, obviously.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll do it.
Okay.
For a good result.
Of course. Basically, what this will mean, Nara, is you don't have blueprints of the entire place, but we can have kind of a constant scan going. And the further you get, the more it will scan. Therefore, the more information you will receive. It'll also show you like 90% of all the cameras and whatnot. It won't show you what they're seeing, but it should show you like where they're pointed, so you know where not to go.
All right.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
To reiterate, this place is like the size of a moon, almost. It's really, really big. So full blueprint is a nay, but you have borderline a full blueprint with like not minimal data, but enough data that you guys can easily get around. You know where doors are. Obviously, there's not like a giant arrow saying Wily is here, but you can look at the general layout and say, well, that's a really big room. Huh? Question mark.
I'll do it. Yeah, I'll take it.
Excellent. As you do that, the alarms and everything on the ship just start going off, and Errol looks at you guys like, I didn't do it, I swear.
I shrug. I
Don't
glare.
worry, it's all part of the plan.
All right, he's happy you guys aren't like berating him, and he's like, okay, I get to live. Excellent. And not 5 seconds later, you guys hear a bang on the outside of your door. Someone's requesting entry, and you can see that you're being hailed again.
Errol, answer it.
Yes, hello? I'm sorry, what precisely is going on with your ship right now? Sorry, technical malfunction. I'm attempting to turn it off right now, but it's quite loud. Yeah, it is indeed quite loud. Could you please turn it off? We're trying to check. Oh, haha, lucky you. It looks like you're next. Please open the doors and deposit your goods, yes? Oh, right, of course. Just need to turn off the sound now. Please turn it off. And after a couple like slams of the buttons, eventually everything turns off, and he's like, he's sweating bullets of like, okay, less taken care of. This here will open the back latch. I assume that's fine with you guys?
Yep. Well, actually, I'm not the captain. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have answered that.
I already pushed it. You can hear they'll have the back latches opening. It's like, well, that was part of the plan anyway, and that's where everything is. Are we, well, I guess we're doing this quickly. Am I showing you guys out there? We're going to pretend like we're unloading, or what exactly?
Yes, we're pretending like we're unloading.
Okay, perfect. We have to kind of go quick. They expect this to be relatively, the flow well. And as you walk out there, you are met with multiple folk with weapons drawn, not pointing at you guys.
I'll just help him do that. I'm going to kind of like watch as everything's going on.
Yeah, they're getting all that situated. And as he pops out, they're kind of getting looked at and says, oh, looks like you've got a new crew. And he goes, oh, yes, I'm teaching new people. It might take an extra second, but as I did just hire them, trust me, it will be perfect and smooth as per usual. And he kind of gives them a shaky smile, and she gives him a look of like, okay, just do your job. And he goes, yeah, right, of course. Walking on over to the wall, he takes two of the mechanized robo hands, and reaching out to the box, it basically activates 0G, and you're able to just kind of pick the box up and then walk on over to where it's supposed to go. And he just kind of like and then plops the box down. These are far too large for anyone normal to carry. And he shows you guys where the gloves are. You guys have used these before. They're fairly basic. You just kind of put your hands out, activate them, 0G, picks up box, moves box. Pretty straightforward. Who is helping with this?
Just unloading?
Yeah, unloading.
I'm not a hard labor kind of girl.
Okay, so we
I don't
have...
think I'd be good at it, but I can help.
Okay, we have Gigi and we have Aldris. And Nara and Ryder are watching.
I'm not watching. I'm going over the blueprints.
I'm trying to look for like any doors that I can slip away to, or I'm just like visually like looking at like guards. I'm looking at guards patterns and how they're walking and stuff.
Okay. While they are indeed fairly open, they are still sort of discussing something with the ship that was here prior. You also see another ship that's parked that is seemingly unmanned. You don't know if the ship's always there or what, but it's kind of just sitting there. There's a few guards near that one. Like I mentioned, there's the one large door, and there are two smaller doors that are most likely meant for regular folk to go through and not massive ships. If you were to go through a door, it would probably be those. They are, like I mentioned, across the room, so it might be a little difficult to get to. It's a fair jaunt from where you're currently located. Errol and folk are kind of slowly unpacking while he's like trying to show you guys like, oh yeah, you activate like this and you do this. Oh yeah, perfect, just like I showed you. And the guards are watching, kind of, they're not like, oh my God, I gotta watch really close. They're bored. They're just like, every day, every week, we do this all the time. We just watch these folk unload.
You said there's a door across the way that people are going into?
No one's currently using it, but it looks as if it's used to exit this area. It's probably the only humanoid entrance and exit. It's not ship-sized.
I'm going to do what I do best. I'm going to grab a clipboard off of the ship. I'm going to see if I can find like a vest, a construction vest type, if I can find one. If not, it's fine. As Gigi and Aldris are helping Errol with unloading, I'm going to kind of like look at different shipments. But normally people don't bother anybody with a clipboard. So I'm going to try to just look at shipments and act like I'm checking off stuff. And then I'm going to move to try to see if I can get closer to that door.
Sure. They don't really seem to pay you any much mind. As you kind of walk around the corner, you give Errol a look of like, up, checking the front of the ship, and he goes, oh yeah, of course. And everyone kind of like snaps, looks at you, Ryder, as you very confidently just keep walking. They go, okay. And they look back to where you guys are doing.
What the guards did?
The guards snap look to you real quick, but seeing as you're, as I mentioned, confidently walking with a clipboard, they seem to pay you no mind. And as you walk around the ship, they can no longer see you. Some guards can see you, but much fewer. As you walk closer and closer to this door, you can tell that it probably needs a key card to open, but it's not complicated. Nara could probably hack this if she had a good second. It's not a shit. You could probably blow it up if you really wanted to. Not too well guarded.
Second, though?
You need to get over there. Yeah.
No,
yeah,
she
I'll get
doesn't.
over there.
My handy dandy arm.
Indeed.
All right,
I'm gonna turn my finger kind of like into like a hacking tool.
I hack
and
into
then-
his arm, actually, directly.
Yeah, I'm gonna have her hack through that.
Hacking arm.
See, it's a hacking arm in multiple senses because it turns to a sword too, right?
Yes.
There you go.
There's the juice. The juice.
There's that 4. So with that, you're definitely able to get in, but it's going to take just like 1 second, just an extra second. Nothing stopping you, Nara. No alarms will be raised. And we know, upon looking through the blueprints that I assume you've shared with everyone,
Mm-hmm.
this place is almost unnecessarily complicated. Assuming assumptions, looking relatively deep into this complex, it is 100-something levels of just shit, basically. It's a giant teardrop, so it goes up and up and up and up and up and up, just over and over and over and over. We've entered at around, I want to say, level like 25-ish. Huge 3D structure. And
Well, he's either up or he's either down.
judging by what you've been given, Nara, you can probably guess that he is up. Primarily because there doesn't seem to be data after a certain floor. So as I mentioned, teardrop shaped. The teardrop ends in a point at the top of this structure. And at the top, we'll say the last 10% or so of the structure is just blank. So either nothing is built there, or it is sealed off within a sealed off structure. One of the two.
My next objective is to try to find locker rooms for the guards to see if I can switch out costumes.
Nara's definitely able to give you that. And it's actually, fortunately for you guys, relatively close by. While Nara is hacking this, Aldris and Georgiana, you guys are unloading boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Making everything look normal.
One of the guards is kind of looking at Harold and looking at Nara just sitting there while 3 of you are doing a lot of work, and they're checking something on their pad, and they say, aren't there supposed to be 5 of you?
One's in the bathroom.
Still in the ship?
So
Yeah.
quick.
Some of the food we picked up wasn't.
You don't need to.
Wasn't.
No details, please. What are you doing? Why aren't you helping
What
your
am I doing?
friends? Yes. You're not the
Because I
captain.
delegate. That's my job.
They look to Errol and they say, you've hired a delegator. You have less people than last time. And he says, of course, she helps. You help speed things up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a really good mechanic.
She's wonderful. Truly, we made time. We got here so quick. The onboarding and offboarding process. Well, offboarding maybe needs a little bit of help.
It's all in the WD-40.
Right. Just with proper lubrication, those boxes just go flying. And then she just kind of rolls her eyes like, you've got 2 more. Just hurry up. And as they're unpacking, Nara, you need like 1 more second. And Errol's kind of looking at the two like, all right, guys, these are the heavy ones. Like, be careful.
I kind of like Errol.
Trying to slow it down just ever so slightly. And he's continually checking in with you, Nara, not with his voice, but he's looking at you like, are you good?
Yeah.
So with that, the door does indeed click open for you, Ryder.
Yay, I go through.
You do have a few guards watching. If you open this door, it could make a noise, and they're probably going to see it, because like I said, huge room, and there's literally 1 door, 2 doors, but,
Can I trip and drop something?
you very much can. Are you dropping one of the boxes?
Yeah.
As you're kind of moving one along, Errol's telling you, like, all right, this is one of the heavy ones, so make sure you use the second setting, etc., etc. And you probably go like, the what? And then just...
The what? Trip. Ah!
very carefully trip forward.
Mel's voice. Ah!
Oh, that should pick that up.
Yeah.
Without crushing Aldris, of course, you plop that sucker down. It kind of go-goom and just echoes out through the hall. And as it does, everyone turns to look at our little ship here and away from you, Ryder.
And away I go into the room.
You head on in. You agree with the hallway. The construction of this particular place, it's not brutalist structure, very mechanical in nature. Everything is straight, flat. There is no aesthetic whatsoever here, unless your aesthetic is chrome, I guess. Very simple.
Clinical?
Bingo, very clinical.
You're welcome.
Thank you. And as you look about, double check the blueprints, you know that indeed the crew's barracks are just up ahead, and you'd be able to get yourself a nice little suit here.
Onwards to the suit room.
Before you're able to fully move in, though, you think you hear someone moving about, possibly a guard moving about the hall.
Is there any doors near me?
There are a few.
I'm gonna try slipping into one.
You slip into one, and it ends up what seems to be just like a storage closet. And you kind of look around, it's like, oh, yep, this is the cleaning closet. Completely dark. There is no light in here, but you could turn one on if you wished. And as you wait, kind of hear like tick, 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 tick. Pause, and then you just kind of clop down the hall, going the opposite direction.
I slip back out.
As you slip out,
hold on. I turn the light on.
Okay.
Is there a janitor's costume in there?
Is there a janitor's costume inside? Yes.
I put it on.
Takes
I'm
you
going full hitman right now.
Yeah, sure. It takes you like 1 second, but you got it on. What are you doing with the old costume?
I'm gonna like shove it back in behind some shit.
You know it's hidden pretty well, so don't have to be actively looking for it to find it.
Is there like one of those mop buckets and a mop in there?
Oh, of course.
Fuck yeah, okay, I'm gonna use that and go out.
All right. The mop bucket, of course, doesn't have wheels. It floats because it's worth it to spend technology on floating mop buckets. Actually, I joked about that. It actually might be, so you don't have to roll over the places that are wet. Never mind. It's genius. Thanks, self. All right, you kind of take your little mop bucket and move on forward, and just around the corner is the crew's barracks.
Onwards. Very discreet and janitory.
Sure. You move on in, and it's seemingly empty, lined with various lockers and such. You
As
actually
the song
see
plays, dun 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 dun.
there is no one in here. The walls are lined with lockers, and there are various places to sit and change. There's a mirror or two, and you see a whole bunch of, proof clothing and whatnot for the various guards here and such.
When I walked over, did I see that guard that I heard walking?
He was walking away from you,
Okay.
and he didn't turn around because you waited long enough.
All right, cool. I'm gonna slip into a guard's costume now.
Okay, excellent. You begin spending time slipping into one of the guard costumes, and you begin to hear some footsteps coming from the opposite direction, possibly closing in on this room, and they're actually arriving fairly quick.
Do I see like a bathroom or a shower or anything?
No, this room is fairly open. It looks like they just dressed in here, just completely out in the open like that.
So there's no like a bathroom in the locker room?
Nope, it's almost a perfectly square room with lockers and some hung uniforms.
Is the locker big enough for me to hide in?
If you squeeze, probably.
Please.
All right, we're going to squeeze into one of the lockers. It takes a good hot heaping second, but you're able to kind of like weasel yourself in. It takes, most of them are locked. You're like, come on. And near the end, this one's open.
One open with my finger. I got my metal finger that's strong as fuck.
Do you want to break one open?
Well, I mean, like if it has a lock, I'm just gonna snap it off and hop in.
Okay. Do you want to do that?
Instead of trying to find an open one, yeah.
Okay. What do you do with the lock?
I'll just hold it in my hand.
Okay. So you sneak on in one, and given plenty of time, someone does indeed enter. In fact, 2 someone's enter. And they begin moving around the room looking for their locker in order to get their uniform. We'll cut back to you guys. Well, Nara, Ryder is now in the establishment. Georgiana and Aldris, you two have basically finished with your last 2 boxes. You guys can communicate with each other. I'll say via, quick texts if you wish. What is the general plan? You guys know that Ryder has moved into the back. Ryder, have you communicated anything to the team?
Better start communicating.
Yeah, I tell them that I'm in their locker room and I just acquired one of the guard outfits. I also tell them that they can get back on board. I have a plan.
Are you sure, Captain?
Yeah, I can't do my plan until these guys are out of the room.
Okay.
I guess we get on the ship.
Is that typical? procedure, Errol?
He's not keen to your guys' plan, so he just kind of nods and goes like, yeah, like it's basically time to go, yeah. And he's kind of looking around like, where's Ryder?
Okay.
Like, what are you guys doing? And maybe he'll take an extra second to boot up the ship and whatnot. And he's maybe taking his time. He goes, oh, Nara, come on over here. He doesn't use your name. He uses whatever your code name is. And he's like, oh.
I also know all the techniques to make the ship accidentally stall.
Excellent. You would be quite good at that.
Indeed.
Being the tech person, he probably calls over Nara and says, hey, one day you might take over for me. So come on over and let's look at the signing procedures and whatnot and all the really boring shit. And honestly, the guards they're not like angry or anything. They're just, okay, fine. Just don't waste our time.
Everybody hears a noise come over there, our communication. And I'm going to be like, guys, when you guys get on the ship, I left you guys something on the bridge. It's in a bag. When you get on there, put it in the center of your chest.
Captain, I don't want to blow myself up.
It's not a bomb.
Not yet.
All right, I'll go find this mysterious bag.
While Errol is showing Nara the
also,
proper
tell
signing.
Errol to kind of take a second to take off, as in like make sure. Oh, something went wrong with the jet proportions.
Captain, are you serious? We're already doing this.
Errol is attempting to waste their time without pissing them off. Georgiana and Aldris are able to head into the cockpit, and what do they find, Ryder?
These like diamond hexagon looking things that can attach to their chest. They'll understand once it hops back to me.
Ooh, this is pretty. I assume there's one for Errol too, right?
No.
I agree with Nara. I like this guy.
Yeah, honestly, I think he's pretty cool. I'm very good at divining character from a tense situation.
Are you sure?
You don't believe me? Do I not give off incredible vibes
I
for
feel like
interpersonal human relationships?
No.
No? Well, I guess I'll have to work on that.
I mean, you probably are, because I bet you do a lot of watching.
No, at a game, I'm 100% lying. She literally, her trouble is that she relates to mechs more than people.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, she's just lying. I think Nara kind of likes that. That being said, I do kind of like the guy.
Excellent. Well, we will go ahead and cut back to Ryder. These two individuals are kind of picking him out a bit. They chit-chat just for a second, but they are in and out. You see them look at whatever's posted on the wall. They kind of sigh, and they walk out.
All right, cool. So I'm going to hop back out.
According to Black.
Yes. I'm going to hop back out, and then I'm going to press the drone on my arm to pop out, and I'm going to quickly get dressed in the guard outfit, and then I'm going to have the drone do like a full body scan of me. I'll ask if everybody has the device on them.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. I'm going to have them press the thing on their chest, and pretty much it's like a chameleon skin, so it's going to like put a fake version of the guard outfit on them, but it does have like a caveat because obviously it's a fake outfit. It's like camouflage, but if it takes damage, it will obviously reveal itself.
That is super cool. For you, Ryder, I'd say go ahead and you use a fate point for that so that everyone has it and it works perfectly fine for this mystery piece of tech that we just picked up. That is awesome. Yes, indeed. Georgiana, Nara, and Aldris, you are wearing an exact replica, perfectly fitting, of a guard uniform. As he said, you take any damage, anything crazy happens, it's going to obviously freak out. But other than that, it looks perfect.
Cool.
Errol's looking like, what?
Now it's up to you guys to try to figure out how to get off the ship and come join me. Good luck.
Deuces.
Over it out.
The three of you are in the ship still, somehow wearing guard uniforms now, so how do you want to do this?
I assume we can turn the guard uniform on and off.
Yeah, you just have to press the center of the chest.
All right, I'm going to turn it off, and I'm going to dash off the ship. I'm going to be like, where's the bathroom? Do you have a bathroom? Please, oh my god. Are the guys still in there? No, we only have one.
Confusion.
She used the excuse that they had bad food. Come on.
It's true.
Multiple people are looking at you just like, what? Bathroom? They look to one of the side ships and say, can't you use one of those?
One of those.
What? One of what?
Oh my god. Yes. Your ship's taken? What?
Yeah, we only had one bathroom. Didn't they tell you? We ate some bad food yesterday. Please. Oh my God, it's kicking in.
It's like a crime scene in there. You don't want to. You don't want to.
Like,
It's about to be a crime scene out here.
It's about to be a crime scene out here if you don't get to the bathroom real quick.
All right, they grimace at that and then just like, oh my God, fine. Georgiana drawing the attention of everyone around you pretty easily. 2 folk are following you, I would say, and they bring you up to...
Is it just Gigi or the others still on the ship?
I mean, we can't all use the bathroom excuse.
I'm looking kind of pale, so I'm clinging to Nara.
I don't look. I'm a vegetarian, and they were eating some kind of weird meat. That's the only reason. And so now it's up to me to take care of all of them. Great.
Okay, so
Can
you're
I
bringing
help
Nara
her?
with you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
Okay,
Sorry, Aldris.
how's Aldous getting off the ship?
So we have that the one thing that I made, teleport thing.
Oh yeah, wait, you can teleport to me.
I can just go to him.
Oh shit, you do have that, don't you?
Yeah.
Perfect.
You just go back to the ship.
If
then.
you hug Nara, will you teleport with her?
I don't think that's how we planned it
Kind
to
of like
work.
instant transmission in DBZ.
It should just be him.
I think
Did
it's just
we?
me.
It is just you. If you two want to add that as an extra on your character sheet, choose the second tab. Currently, you just have one called Share the Goods. You want to add one that's just, whatever cute name you want to give it, teleport to bro or something. But yes, this has effectively...
Homie transport.
Yeah, basically. It has effectively infinite uses as long as they are reasonable, of course. You guys have time. So, Aldous, while you're chilling in the ship, do you tell Errol you're doing this, or you just peace out?
I walk up to him and I just tap a thing on my wrist and I disappear.
The last thing you see is his extra confused face because he just saw the girls run away talking about shit and just like, and then you walk up to this, he's just like, so just lots of confusion. But yes, Ryder, about a moment later, Aldous kind of just it just appears next to you. 2-3 seconds after that, you hear the outer door.
Look at the chat. That's what Aldous does.
Yeah, the peace, and then he warps out. Yeah,
Pretty much.
peace, homie. So you do that. Now in the same room in the guards' quarters, looking all guarded up. Georgiana and Nara, you are being transported by 2 individuals. One of them opens the door. Y'all head through. Ryder and Aldous, you hear the door open from the hallway. 2 or so rooms away from the changing room is the bathroom, and they go, all right, don't take too long. You head on
Tell
in.
me what to do.
Shit quickly.
I'm
What do the 2 of you do?
gonna make barf sounds.
Okay, while she is just heaving into the toilet. Nara, what are you doing?
I don't know. I'm scolding her. I'm like, really playing it up. Like, you really shouldn't have eaten it. I told you it looked weird. You never listened to me.
The 2 guards on the outside are just like, what the hell?
I imagine you're trying so hard to fake throwing up that you might actually just do it.
Maybe.
That's the worst.
And then if she actually does, I'm like, oh, geez, are you sure you're okay?
Committed to the role. All right, what is your guys' end game with the fake puking? That's it. I just want to make gross noises. I'm done.
I'm gonna craft something
Okay,
that'll
you
knock
got
the
time?
guards out.
Sure.
Like
Like
a
knockout gas?
mister that when I step out of the bathroom and I missed it, it knocks them out.
So knockout gas.
Yeah, but
That
it's
works.
gentle.
Yeah.
It's gentle.
Gentle knockout gas.
It looks like it's just like perfume or something.
Go ahead and roll me crafts, yes.
She walks up to them. What does it smell like?
Yeah, actually, I'm
Smell my
gonna
fingers.
re-roll that.
Yeah, I was like, so to successfully create this, we need a 2.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry, we need to beat a 1, so you need a 2 or higher.
dude, I'll add that then and
Okay,
make
cool.
it a 3.
All right, excellent. That is a full success. No issues whatsoever. Also, you have a reasonable amount of this stuff that you can use right now. It can be applied, obviously, within relatively close range and should work fairly quick, but obviously needs to be applied properly. From what you notice of the guards, they don't really have any respirators or anything on, so if you can catch them unawares, this should knock them out in a reasonable amount of time.
All right. I'm like, hey, you smell that?
Oh, you're just gonna walk outside and like use it?
Oh yeah.
Okay. You open the door and the two guards kind of move off to the side and say, is your friend okay in there?
Yeah, I think that should be okay, but oof. It's a little smelly, you know what I mean?
Hey, I'm not interested in going in there. Yes.
Yeah.
We'll stay out here. Is she almost done?
You know, I don't think there's much left in her stomach.
All right.
So soon, don't worry
Good.
about it. I've got this air spray, you won't smell it at all. Don't worry. This happens a lot. She has a problem with just eating
This
things.
happens a lot.
So I'm
What's
well
it-
prepared. No worries.
What's it smell like?
Would you like to smell it?
I mean, sure. Why not?
All right. It's actually my special concoction. I was really going for cucumber and banana. So I'll give you a little spritz and let me know what you think.
Yeah, they lean forward like, okay.
And I'm like, Shh.
Does it actually smell like cucumber and banana?
Yeah. And some blueberry.
Okay.
Make sure they notice the blueberry.
All right. It's got some back end of blueberry. And they're like, there's the cucumber, there's the banana. And they're like, where's that blueberry though? And they kind of like really, really whiff that boy in. And they're like, there it, oh. And they both kind of fall into each other. You kind of have to grab onto them, Nara. They're going to, kaplunk
Yeah,
onto the floor.
I help them down. Yeah.
All right. You hear Nara doing this outside, Gigi. And what do you do?
As soon as I hear
Or
them
knock on the door.
fall, I will peek out.
You see Nara struggling to hold on to two people that are just completely boneless.
I will quickly help her and shove them in the bathroom.
You guys kind of have like this system. I think this is the second or third time you've knocked people out and thrown them in the bathroom before.
Yeah. I
Yes.
say it happens a lot and I mean it.
don't know what you're
No
talking
lies
about.
from me.
To be fair, saying I have to shit is like one of the absolute best, or puke. No one wants to deal with that.
Nobody
No one
wants to
deals
deal
with
with it.
I don't wanna deal with
Absolutely
that.
not. It is universal.
Indeed, it's like one of the only joke I remember on that one album. If you want someone to stop tickling you, don't tell them to stop tickling you. Tell them you have diarrhea. They will stop touching you instantly.
You're like, so sorry.
No one wants to
Tickle me
deal with that.
anymore.
Nobody wants that. They will run away from you.
As
You
they
should.
should.
As they should. Yeah. If they continue tickling, run.
Then you need to run.
Anyway, you shove them into one of the stalls. Ryder and Aldous, you kind of hear some kerfuffling going on outside. You're not entirely sure what it is.
Not kerfuffling.
It's some kerfuffling.
Oh,
Well, when Aldris warps in front of me, I give him our secret handshake.
do I remember the secret handshake is more the real question?
Yes, it's instinctive.
Okay.
You
I
just-
forgot this. Oh, wait, never mind.
like a glove. And the two of you hear a conversation outside involving cucumbers, bananas, and blueberries, and then a thunk.
All right, Aldris. So we got this far. I do have slight blueprints. Willie McWilson is at the very top, so we have quite a few floors to go up.
Wonderful.
So I think if we walk out talking to each other, it should not raise suspicion because then we're not being suspicious. We're just chatting while walking.
Rue. Just walk out and start talking about random shit.
Talk about the shipment that just came in.
About that dumb girl that dropped one of the boxes and we had to clean it up.
Yeah, that stupid, weird-haired girl. Such a filthy baka.
Such a baka. As y'all are moving about and discussing this and absolutely dragging Gigi, you
As you do.
as one does. Like, it's just by tradition at this point. You see the two of them shoving some individuals into the toilet across the way. You see them shoving people into a bathroom and then kind of popping on out. They're like, a good 20 feet away from you guys, so you can very easily see them. Gigi six like a sore thumb.
Kind of give them the nod. Do they have the guard outfits on now?
We do now.
I'm gonna walk up to you guys and was like, "You like my new tech?"
Yeah. This is useful.
I know, right?
How long have you had this, Captain?
I bought it a while ago. Been waiting to use it.
Been holding out on us, huh?
I have a lot of tricks up my sleeve. Okay.
Well, that's what makes you the best bounty hunter of them all.
Darn right. I mean, I got this far without the gizmo, so. All right, so what Nara's blueprints say, this place goes up and down. Our best suspicion is he's at the tip of the teardrop. Now we just need to figure out how to get up there, what access cards we need, and how not to get caught.
We
Sounds
don't
about
need
right.
access cards. We have Nara.
It's true.
Yeah, but I mean, if we can always jack an access card off of somebody, that's always also helpful.
Fair.
Well,
Could I find any cards in the room that I got my outfit out of?
Or those
Yes.
two guys we stashed in the toilet.
You guys are definitely able to acquire the same level clearance that they have. Yes.
All right, cool.
but how high is their clearance?
Oh, we'll
They're
find
clear-
out.
Yeah, their clearance will, without you having to dick about too much, it'll get you guys relatively far.
What floor are we compared to the very top?
You guys can venture to guess. There's probably, we'll just go with nice, easy numbers. We'll just say that there's exactly 100 floors that you guys are aware of. You guys are on floor 25 or so.
So we have 75 more floors to go.
Yeah, it's a far away. Obviously, there is an elevator, but the elevator will get you, with this card at least, to about, we'll say like floor 40-ish, floor 40, 50.
All right, well, to the elevator, I guess.
This is an elevator that will basically lead you straight to floor 50. You guys are more than welcome to...
Imagine if there was no elevator and they simply discouraged people coming in because they have to go up the stairs.
That would be...
Genius, personally. Anyway, floor 50 it is.
After that point, though, you're aware that you guys can probably move around, but people might question you just a wee bit.
All right, Nara, babe, which way do we go?
Can Nara find a control room where we can find like either access cards or floor plans or any of that stuff?
Looking about there a bit, you learn that while there is definitely an access room, it's definitely not open to you guys, so you're going to need to find a way to get in.
The plot thickens.
Dun dun dun. All right, gang. Well, we need to get to that control room so we can figure out how to get to the higher floors. Do I see any vents or anything?
There's no vent access that you could fit into. For smaller things, probably.
A little drone?
Yeah.
All right, I send my little drone through.
What is your intent with said little drone?
I just want to see like who's in the room, any way that we can get into it.
Go ahead and roll me stealth with the drone boy to make sure he's not seen. If anyone wishes to help with this, you're more than welcome to do so. Standard helping without rolling just gives a +1 as long as you have an appropriate skill or ability.
I mean, I can
Not me.
try to turn Drone Boy invisible.
That could very much work. You want to roll for that or just give him +1?
Wait, what did I have to be?
I didn't get a chance to say the number, but the higher the better.
My bad.
You're good.
You're just like roll stuff. I'm like,
You're good.
I mean, I can roll for it.
La magie. Stealthing the stealth drone, Aldris, will bring that little boy up to, we'll say a 5, which enables you to basically get whatever information you want. The four of you kind of stop on your patrol, just sort of moving about here, and it takes them a second. These, we'll say they're unnecessarily complicated, so it's taking them a second to climb up there. What information are you looking for, Ryder?
how many people are in this room, and then if there's anything I can hack into with the drone to get the door to unlock.
There are 3 people. They are all looking at a massive wall of monitors. These line up with all the various cameras you've seen, so this all pretty much makes sense. And in terms of hacking, you did roll so well that he could indeed get close enough to allow Nara to work her magic through the stealth bot. It will obviously take a little bit of time, if that's something you wish to do.
See.
Stealth bot?
All right, Stealth Boy begins to roll across the room, and you can hear just 2 people just kind of like yawning and scratching at themselves, and they're just discussing, like, this, nothing happens. Hey, look, Gary's gonna come around the corner again. Yep, there he is. Oh, is that Steve? Yep, that's Steve.
What a
look,
depressing life.
Look, it's Samantha. She's talking to Steve. Oh, and then they lean forward and it's like, ooh, the plot thickens. So they're watching their soap opera, basically, while they're, being a little too nosy on employee relations. Little bot boy is able to get relatively close and begin his hacking procedure. Nara, if you'd like to roll hack.
Not juicy.
Not juicy at all, I'd say. In fact, that's minimal juice. That will definitely require some oomph if we're to succeed here.
I will use a fate point
Okay.
to go up by 2.
So you did roll a -3 on that. Do you want to go up by 2 or reroll?
I'll reroll. Was it worse? I can't see it yet.
You rolled a 5.
Oh, good.
You went from a 1
perfect.
You went from a 1 to a 5.
Nice.
Oh, it actually tells what you rolled. So it says your paid invoke reroll. It says you roll a -3 at first, and then it says your reroll got you a +1. So effectively, that's a +4. That's really good.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Okay. With a 5, the hacking is going to be actually pretty damn quick. I was going to say this is going to take a second, but no, it won't take a second. Regardless, it's going to take a microcosm of a second, because as the 4 of you are kind of sitting here in the middle of the hallway, someone comes around the corner and kind of sees you all just standing here. And they walk up and say, having a party here?
Oh, just bored on the shift like usual. Just walking about.
True, but, doing the walking part's pretty important. You are just standing here.
we just got here for a second to chat, moving along after. What are you up to?
I'm just on my shift. But you do know the general rule of, no more than 2 people at one space at a time. Are the 4 of you together?
I don't know what them 2 are doing. I was walking with buddy over here.
They nod and look to Georgiana and Nara. Were you motioning to Aldris?
Yeah, I'm more near Aldris because we're a little bit spread out in this room. We're not all just like huddled up.
Yeah. Well, she looks to Georgiana and Nara, and then looking to Georgiana first, she says, "And where were you headed?"
I was just,
I'm gonna like whisper in my comm so only Gigi can hear me. Be like, floor 49.
What does that mean?
We're on floor 50, so you're gonna go down a floor.
I'm going to give Nara a good old quick smooch and dash away.
You don't say anything?
Incredible. Say anything?
I'm going back to my
Kiss and
personal
run,
floor
I
49.
guess. Bye.
She seems super confused. She looks to
Have fun storming the castle, I guess.
she looks to you, Nara. She's like, "Is that one okay?"
Is she not facing me right now?
She's looking specifically at Nara.
She's been having some tummy problems.
I'm gonna do what I did. Back on that one planet that we were at when I shot the person in the neck with the sleepy dart.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna shoot this person in the neck with the sleep dart.
So you can do this. It's gonna be stealthy, primarily because you know this writer looking inside the security room. There's a camera right here watching you guys. So if you want to do that, you can.
Well, I am, of course, well aware of that.
Yeah, so you guys definitely know that because you can see through the little bot.
Well, I mean, we're about to get through that door anyways, right?
Yeah, just letting you know.
But you're saying that they can see what's going on?
Oh yeah, they're watching you guys, definitely. They're more interested in a potential love triangle, but currently they're watching you two. You 3 now.
Okay, I won't do it then.
So she asked that.
I'm just gonna turn to. I'll just talk about the delivery that we got.
She's looking at all of you and says, are you all new here? You know we're not supposed to group up like this.
I like being in groups.
I'm gonna turn to her and be like, again, I don't know why you're talking to all of us. I was just talking to him. They just happened to walk up to us.
She looks a little hesitant and then kind of nods and says, just make sure you break it up quickly. If you enjoy your jobs here, you're going to want to follow the rules. And she gives you a quick nod and then turns the corner and heads down one of the other halls. And with that, Gigi, how far did you go?
I probably went to slam the door. I will come back.
As you come on back, Nara, you've indeed broken through. The door does not open, but you know it is open.
All right, I'm going to open and chuck flashbang in there.
All right, we're flashing it again. This time, roll me
sunglasses.
This time, roll me shoot. These people are indeed more prepared than a bunch of randos. Excellent. All right, with a 5, the 3 individuals in there are indeed flashed. For a good moment, the 3 of them cannot do anything.
I'm going to walk in there and knock them out with my rifle.
Okay, and then George, what the hell did I just call you? Georgiana, what are you doing?
I don't know.
Okay, Aldous, what do you do? There are 3 people that need to be taken out.
I'm assuming we're not trying to be loud.
A flashbang grenade.
I mean, they're not
Yeah.
super loud.
Yeah.
I'm the wrong person for not loud.
I can go with the good old goo,
Everyone else
specifically
good.
over their face.
That works. If you want to go for that. Ryder's going for 1 guy. Are you going for the other 2 or just 1?
I'll go for the other 2.
Go ahead and Ryder, you said you're going into melee range and you're going womp.
Yeah, I'm just gonna whomp him on the head.
All right, Ryder, roll me fight. I'll just roll me arcane.
Whomp.
I'll roll against your womp. Okay. 5 against -1. Okay, with a 7, we got 2 boys. I rolled a 3 and a 0. That is more than enough to cover the 2 of them. Gooface. Ryder, you walk over and thump, knock over the other one. And all 3 are dispatched. 1 is knocked out and 2 are gooed. Do you want to goo everyone together, Aldris, now that we kind of have them all situated?
Yeah.
All right, cool. We have a little goo pile of boys. They cannot move. They cannot speak. They can indeed still breathe. And you guys have a wall of data in front of you. You see that
You know how I love data.
All right, Nara, do your thing.
the 2 folk that were speaking with each other kind of schmooze off and go in some other random direction. And as the girl that walked out that mentioned to you guys, yes, you are indeed noticing that people are not staying close together here.
So strange. Well, we have a wall of data.
Indeed we do. What do you want?
I don't know, hack into it, collect it all.
Hack the planet.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just, spider web it, I guess.
Can I look around the room for any key cards that I need?
Very much so, yes.
Am I data mining? I don't know what the phrase is.
Are you looking for something in particular?
No, I just want to take all of it.
Okay. If you basically just want as much as you can possibly get, roll me hack and I'll just throw a +1 at you for just being in a good situation and being in the room.
Typical.
Trace, you'll get it done, but it's going to take a second.
That's fine.
As Nara begins to hack the planet, Ryder, there are indeed key cards that will bring you guys access up to, we'll say around floor 80 or so. Normally it'd be around floor 70, but with the information Nara's getting, we'll actually say it'll bring you guys up to like 85, so almost to the top. You notice that they stop at around 90 actually, and there's just nothing there.
Uh-huh.
But you know there should be theoretically 100. Like I said, there's sort of like a dead zone at the very tip of this iceberg.
Do the guards in this room have different outfits than the one I'm wearing?
No, they seem to be very uniform to you guys. I guess pun intended.
Am I able to look past floor 50? Can I see 51, 52?
You can, yes. There are many monitors.
Do
what are you
these
looking-
guards also wear the same outfits?
Past floor 75, no. You notice that upon closer inspection, their insignias kind of change a bit.
75, you said?
Yeah, 75. You guys are going to be at 80.
Okay. Nara, I need you to find us a room between our level and 75 to change into new outfits.
Okay. Can I find like a supply room?
Very much so, yes. And we'll say after this time, maybe there's a patrol that goes by, but you guys have closed the door. You guys are fairly quiet. You can't see in here from the outside, obviously. That would be a security risk. No one bothers you guys. Like I said,
Perfect.
a few people walk outside, to the left, to the right. They don't really bother you, though, so you're pretty much good. Looking at the cameras, and you see now would be a good time to peace out. Nara, you've gotten basically all the information you could possibly need, and you do know that, we'll say exactly floor 75, going to floor 80, there is a changing room that will have the new uniforms you guys are looking for. Ryder, with the technology you have, all you need to do is scan it, that's it, and all of you will change to your new uniform. So you just gotta see the uniform.
Did we gag the guys?
Their mouths are covered, yeah, their noses are free.
All right, cool. That's what I was making sure.
Nope, they can't do anything. They've been gooed. Are we heading up as a group? Or are we staying relatively separated, but reasonably separated?
I'll look back to the group and be like, let's keep about 30 or 40 feet in between us while we walk upwards and onwards.
Yeah, we should probably do sets of 2.
With that, no one bothers you guys. You're able to find the appropriate elevator, and with the information that both Ryder and Nara have procured, this will allow you guys to basically go straight to floor 75 to the room that you're looking for.
All right, let's head to the changing room.
Excellent. You all head to the changing room. You can hear some people inside changing.
Can I see how many?
2 people inside.
Is it the same as the downstairs room where it's just an open square? Or is this one a little bit more complicated, like a break room / changing room?
There wasn't a camera in here, obviously, but looking at the blueprint, yes, this one basically has the changing room, and then there's a separate door that leads to a break room. More so reverse that, break room first, then changing room.
Can I see if they're armed?
You can't see anything. They're past this door, and there's no way to send a bug or anything in. It's a completely sealed sliding door.
So the door is closed.
Door is closed, correct.
Okay.
No window or anything.
Me and Aldris are gonna walk in. Gigi and Nara stay on the outside. If you don't hear from us in 2 minutes, come in.
All right.
Ryder and Aldous, you both head in. You see two individuals speaking, and as you both walk in, they freeze and kind of look at you.
I just kind of give him like that nod, and I kind of head over to a locker and chatting with Aldous.
So this first room is the break room. To your right is a door that leads to the actual changing room. If the two of you could roll me stealth, and if you want to use any specific abilities to help augment this, basically you can tell they're looking at your uniform to say, is that the right uniform? But they're so far across the room and they're so busy chatting, they can't tell upon first blush. So you can roll me something else if you wish.
I'm going to go with stealth.
Stealth works. You got a 4. That's more than enough.
My stealth is a 1.
Okay. Do you want to, I don't know, magic something to distract them, or...
You could magic the insignia on your arm, because you always put googly eyes on people.
You mean by the insignia? Because we have the wrong one?
Yeah, your whole uniform is basically wrong. The most important thing is that little insignia. It just looks more complicated. It basically has an extra diamond on it. There's 3 diamonds, and you guys just have the 2 diamonds. Looking, if he catches that, you know, they'll see the right thing. Your whole uniform is off, though, just a wee bit, but just cheating that one thing should be enough with you guys walking in and out to distract them.
I mean, I can, like, illusion magic us. Make it look right.
Sure. Yeah, go for it. Oh my god, a 5. Okay. Very easily able. You're actually able to also fix Ryder's insignia. The 2 diamonds is now 3 diamonds. 2 folk are kind of looking at you mid-conversation, and they give you a slow nod as the 2 of you head into the changing room, in which there are...
God, I love infiltration.
No individuals. It's completely empty. And you hear the 2 of them continue talking about some television show. It's muffled through the door.
Okay, I'm gonna throw on the new outfit.
Takes a second to put on the new outfit. You gotta be pretty careful. Don't want to be really, too loud or anything. And while this is happening, we'll jump to outside. And unfortunately for Georgiana and Nara, someone kind of walks around the corner. They're a little stout. Their uniform fits them maybe a little too well. They kind of adjust their glasses as they're looking about. And they turn and turn. They see the 2 of you, and they adjust their glasses again and get a bit closer and go.
I may be giggling while I'm looking at Nara.
Are you giggling about anything in particular, or just having a giggle?
No, it's just
having a giggle.
I'm flirting.
Okay. Gigi, you stick out like a sore thumb, so I'm going to go ahead and give you a fate point for this.
Why do I stick out like a sore thumb?
I don't know. You tell me.
Did you look at your hair?
I was about to say, is my hair too fantastic? Should I have, like, tied it up or something?
Possibly. But you now have an additional fate point. Congratulations. This individual was turning around the corner, and he was going to stop until he saw the beautiful galaxy that is your hair. And he walks over to the 2 of you as he hears her giggling and says, oh, that's not regulation uniform. I don't think you're on the right floor.
This isn't floor 49?
This is not floor 49. No, we're on floor 75, miss. What precisely is your name?
Do we have rankings? Like, are there like lieutenants or something?
There is definitely ranking in terms of clearance. You guys would be level 2 because you have the 2 diamonds.
All right. Oh, okay. What made-up name do I want to use today? My name is Lauren.
All right, Miss Lauren. And he turns looking to Nara. He says, you too as well. I don't believe it. He gives you the quick up and down look and says, your outfit is not regulation either. And Lauren, neither is your hair.
What?
I am sorry, sir. I will go and fix that right away.
Her hair?
You shouldn't be wearing it down like that, and the color's technically fine, although I disagreed with the council, but you need to be wearing it in a ponytail or a hat or something. It stands out too much.
We don't want to stand out, that's for sure.
Not that much, no. You're only allotted so much flair.
I mean, if given the option, would you have hair like that?
Upon saying this, he scratches his very obvious widow's peak and says, potentially, but that's not up for debate currently.
That's not up for debate, it's just an opinion question.
It is, but, well, let's just say that my
opinion's not allowed.
Opinions are more than welcome, but my genes didn't take to the more fluorescent colors.
Oh, unfortunate. I think you would look good with them.
Thank you. But that's not important right now. Which floor do you belong to?
Me?
Yes. You're wearing the wrong uniform.
That's weird.
He's just like, you look up like, yeah, exactly.
I look down at myself like I don't know what I'm wearing. Wait a second. I don't think this is my uniform. How weird.
He looks incredibly confused. We'll cut back to Ryder and Aldris. By this point, Ryder, you have the uniform put on.
I'm gonna scan it with the drone and tell everybody they can press the center of their chest to update their outfit.
You've all received that information.
Are we like in view of more cameras? Damn it!
There are some kind of nearby, but you can watch it and you can kind of time it so you can see when it's facing away from y'all.
Right. I'm debating if I want to knock this guy out.
Why don't you just play a mind game with him? Press it, like talk to him and distract him, and then press it, and then be like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm on the right floor.
I could do that. Oh look, what's that? I point.
What are you talking about? And he turns to wherever you pointed.
Bop the thing on my chest.
Okay, Nara, you do the same?
Yeah.
I also pull out a hair bow and tie my hair up.
Okay. Oh my god. Bop.
I make sure that it's
fast as
a
fuck.
tight bun.
Yeah.
No flyaway hairs, nothing. It's the ugliest Georgiana's hair has ever looked.
Georgiana is very much a pro when it comes to like just quick hair changes. She knows what's up. And he's like still adjusting his glasses, so he's looking at the hallway and says, I don't see anything. Did you mean the camera? Is it malfunctioning? And he looks back and you guys are now wearing proper uniforms and your hair is pulled up, Georgiana, and he's slack-jawed. What?
No, sir. There was a shiny thing on your head. Sorry. Here, let me wipe that off.
He's just looking at your uniform like, why does it look correct? I swear it was wrong. Yes, he's been adjusting the entire time.
By the way, you might want to get your glasses checked, and we'll be off. Thanks.
He takes the glasses off
Actually,
and kind of
wait.
breathes on them and looks back at you.
I've got this perfect program to figure out your exact prescription.
Go on.
Actually, it's like a test that you have to take, and if you want, like, I can send you the test.
Well, that would
I'll
be
just need your email address.
sure. I mean, he double checks and looks at your shoulder, and yeah, you have 3 diamonds. He's like, must be a long time at the end of my shift anyway. Yeah, sure, why not? And he quickly shares his information with you.
All right. Great. I'll be sure to send that to you ASAP. Thanks, buddy.
Wonderful. And looking to you, Lauren, maybe I'll reconsider my stance on hair.
Well, what was Nara's name? Did Nara say her name?
No, she just confused him.
Yeah.
My girlfriend over here also has some hair programs. If you're, interested. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that would be acceptable, I guess.
Yeah, all right. I'll send that to your email address as well, man. All right?
Yeah, sure. I appreciate it. I see you stay out of trouble.
You too, buddy.
All right, he kind of gives you guys a nod and then heads down and kind of pulls out his futuristic clipboard and begins kind of tinkering at things and just kind of walks around the corner. And then right before he's out of view, he catches someone else and goes, Jonathan! And he runs around the corner to go talk to him. And the two of you are free in your new uniforms. Ryder and Aldris, also free in your new uniform.
I make a memo.
Yes?
Like a personal memo to send him an email.
Okay, excellent.
For the things that I promised.
Of course.
Aww.
He seems a little uptight,
Just a little.
I want him to have a better life.
Aww.
All right, now that we all have the proper uniform, what next?
Up the floors we go. Nara, by the way, you gotta play this girlfriend thing harder.
What do you mean?
I'm over here flirting by myself.
Well, that's just our personality types, Georgiana. If you can't accept me as I am, then maybe we shouldn't be in a relationship.
How did I manage to seduce you for even one night? Hot damn!
I'm gonna open the girl.
I was having a bad day.
I'm gonna open the door with Aldris. I'm gonna be like, all right, ladies, break it up. Let's go.
I give her a little kiss though.
Oh, excellent. I was really drunk. Leave me alone.
Everybody has troubles.
We're on 75, and you guys move about to the next elevator. And as you enter, you actually realize there isn't a key scanner, which is interesting.
A what scanner?
Keycard scanner.
Oh, keycard. Okay.
Do we have to look for another access room or another control room on this floor?
No, but it actually waits a second. A rod of metal descends from the ceiling after the doors close, and it looks like it has a camera or something at the tip of it. It goes, moves about. It looks to you, Ryder, moves to your shoulder, scans the 3 diamond insignia, and then kind of like, and then pulls back up into the ceiling, and it seems that has satisfied it. As the elevator shakes a bit and then begins to ascend, and brings your group. It actually brings you guys to floor 85. And it's definitely smaller up here. Your scans let you know that, obviously, as you guys ascend, the overall floor space is much smaller. You guys have passed by many, many, many research facilities, and you guys have heard various doors open and close, and you can hear the humming of metal and machines grinding away and rivets and all that good fun stuff. That specific sound has died down just a wee bit at these higher floors. Nara, you kind of make a relatively safe guess that this is more of an R&D floor. You see about the same amount of security.
Research and development.
And they are wearing your guys' uniforms, so we are where we need to be. It does look as if getting to floor 90 is stairs only, though.
Well, I guess we're getting a workout.
Look, it's a hard life that we lead. Georgiana,
Yes?
carry me.
You kidding?
I don't want to exercise.
All right, get on my back.
Aww, acts of service.
Aldris, you can get on my back if you want.
He's
That's
away. Is he AFK?
Okay, that sounds great.
Yeah,
That
he can't
sounds- thanks,
refuse.
You get him out, that's not fair. Why can your mount fly?
Why can your mount fly?
Wait a second.
I have premium
Fly away!
access, bro.
Premium.
Pay to win! Alright, so are we just ascending to floor 90?
Yeah, I guess so, since I don't really want to waste too much time on these R&D floors, because it's not like we need anything.
Alright, looking about, you guys probably think, yeah, not worth it to mess around here too much. So we move northward. Well, we're in space, so yes. Alrighty then, up we go. And as we ascend the stairs, we eventually arrive at floor 90. And when we get there, it's similar to the other floors, like I said, smaller in scope, but there is no elevator. There is no set of stairs. It just stops. In fact, there's no signs anywhere that this goes up any higher. And from what you can tell, same guards, same scientists, same everything. Looking at the blueprints, though, Nara, you determine that while everything is essentially a perfect little tic-tac-toe room, I'll go ahead and make this super clear. Do y'all see Area 2?
Yeah, right above us.
Yeah. So pretend like that whole kit and caboodle, this whole show right here, is indeed the room. There's basically like a rectangle, and that is the entirety of this floor. Except there's one more room to the north of this floor that is occupied. Strangely enough, the areas to the left and the right of this floor, there's no rooms there. It's a complete dead area. The floors prior to this were more of either rectangles or squares, trying to, stay the same motion moving upward. But this one just has its regular floor and then another basically hidden room effectively. And noticing the patrols, the guards are passing by this back area slightly more frequently.
Definitely something back
So
there.
we need to figure out how to get to that room right over there. How many guards do we see?
More than usual. And
Are they wearing the same outfit that we are?
They are, and they're walking in sets of 2s this time.
All right, guys, stick together.
All right, we got Ryder and Aldris and Georgiana and Nara. You guys are walking separately, but your 2 groups are indeed together. And as you slowly kind of scope out the area, you get a couple, few nods from the guards because you have the blueprints, because you sort of have routes and such. You guys are able to incorporate yourselves decently well. But the longer you walk around here, someone's probably going to notice that there's an extra 2 set of guards here that really shouldn't be here. You guys are doing a really good job at turning where you need to turn, not bumping into anyone, though.
Okay, I'm gonna talk over the headset to everybody. When you guys get a chance, we need to take out 2 sets of guards, just so it doesn't look weird that there's more guards than there should be. So when you get a chance, let's try to drag 2 into a room and silently take them out.
Sure.
You're able to time their patrol fairly well. 2 guards up ahead of you are about to turn the corner, and in front of them and behind them should be no one.
While I'm walking, I'm kind of casually looking into rooms. Is there any rooms that I feel like I could sneak them into without raising awareness?
Yes, there's a few side rooms that are not currently being used for various lectures or things of that nature, and they're pretty small, so there should be no one in there.
Are there cameras?
There are cameras, but if you move quickly enough, you can probably sneak between them. Interestingly, there's actually fewer cameras here. They're probably trusting on the sight of these folk walking around.
Suspicious.
To the one of the rooms that you said would be good, is there a camera pointing at it, or is it like moving back and forth or whatever?
No matter where we are, there will always be a camera pointing at rooms, but they're all moving. So basically, whenever we roll, stealth or anything, the downside will be you timed it wrong and the camera saw you.
I'm going to look at what's in that room just to see what I'm dealing with.
It seems like a rather small like meeting room, and it's empty. Lights are off. Table, chairs, the usual.
Me and Aldous are going to enter that room. We're going to wait for another guard patrol to walk by.
Okay, timing yourselves with Gigi and Nara. You know that they're just about to come around the corner.
Pretty much me and Aldous are going to open the door and we're going to like try grabbing them and pulling them in.
Whatever you roll, I'll just give you a +1. That sounds fighty because you're like grabbing someone in melee range. So go ahead and do that. With your powers combined, we'll use one of Aldris's magics to basically silence one of them. You're able to grab one, Aldris is able to grab the other, and you drag these 2 individuals into this back room, and they're struggling. They're fighting against you. One of them is silenced. They're trying to scream, and they can't. Maybe that catches them by shock. Are you just knocking them both out?
Yeah.
A little bit of a tussle. It takes you like a second or so, but you're able to knock out both guards and kind of toss them off the side, and you basically just take their route.
Yeah, I'm going to have Aldous glue their hands and feet together.
Excellent. Okay. They are...
Oh, and their mouths, obviously.
Of course, yes. They are silenced and bound for now. And if you guys wish to take their route, you very much can.
I'm going to talk on the comms and be like, 2 guards taken out. It's your turn, girls. And then we're going to exit and then continue walking.
All right. As you head down the hallways, Gigi and Nara, you guys going to do the same?
Yeah.
Do we see that room that you showed right here?
You see an impression in a wall. It looks very similar to like the outline of a door, but you're not sure how it opens. And Gigi and Nara, how are you two going about this?
I mean, it's going to be all me for the muscle, so I will do the same. I'll wait till there's a good corner, a good room nearby.
Can I miss them?
Well, I'm actually going to, as we're walking by, I'm going to quickly step between them and smash one of my bubblegum things right over their mouths.
You're going 2 people?
Yeah. One in each hand. I'm just going to reach out and smash.
Okay. And then Nara, how are you helping?
I mean, if they don't go down, I'm going to spray them with the stuff I made earlier.
So, Gigi, what do you want to roll for that?
There's athletics, yes.
Okay. That works. You do it fast.
Can I use a fate point to make that a 4?
You very much can. Yes.
Okay.
All right. We'll say with the assistance of Nara, that will go up a little bit more. You know that you're going to have to help here, Nara. Her taking out 2 people at once is going to be relatively difficult. What do you want to do to help?
This is a physical altercation, correct?
It is, but you don't have to be physical. You have your little bots you can have assist you.
Oh, wait, I have that necklace. Spider necklace.
Yes, the necklace that protects you.
Yeah.
The murder necklace.
Yes.
If you want to roll craft or something to like assist it in taking these guys out, you can do that. Basically, you're using it in conjunction with your little nano droids.
Yeah. I mean, I was hemming and hawing because, like, I don't even know if I really want to use it like that, but I don't have a lot of other options, so.
Yeah, it'll basically just do its thing and then jump back onto your neck, so.
Sounds good.
All right, these 2 individuals are gummed and then thrown into this back room off to the side. You do actually notice something different about one of them. His uniform has like 2 gold bands going down the arms, and then the other individual, they have 1 gold band going down their arm. And you notice that they have something that like looks similar to a key card, but it's like infused into their palm. It's like this little piece of like metal, and it looks like the same scanner as like a key card.
All right, did you bring a scalpel?
I mean, medical scalpel, medical grade? No. Do I have things that can cut? Yes.
That, and I think my spider leg should be sharp enough, right?
Sure.
I will cut this thing out of his palm. Assuming it's not too deep in, right? If I can see it.
You can cut it out.
Yeah,
He's
that's
not-
honestly kind of creepy.
We need it.
You don't have to
I
watch.
know, but this feels bad. I'm gonna look away while it happens.
Then it doesn't happen, clearly. So Gigi's doing nothing as you're not watching, of course, and she definitely does not acquire this little hand scanner from this individual who's not knocked out behind you. He doesn't scream or kick or,
Question real quick. You
Yeah.
said that they have different insignias, right? Or do they have the same insignia?
They have the same one, but
Okay.
you notice the different bit basically on their uniform probably leads you to believe that either maybe they're like head of security or something along those lines. But you now have this thing that leads you to believe you can probably open any door you need to on this floor.
Okay.
Little bloody, but you got it.
As long as it works.
It's so
Uh,
grisly.
Captain, keycard acquired.
Nice.
All right, and with that, do we head to that back door?
Yes.
All right, timing yourselves, walking between each group as you should, knowing everyone's route, walking between all the cameras as we should. The two of your groups are actually going to collide right in front of this back secret door.
Convenient.
And as it does, Georgiana, you have it in your pocket.
Yeah, I'll pull it out and wave it around.
All right, you begin to wave it around, and it lights up near about just above like your hip.
Well, hello there. What do I see at hip height?
Nothing, but as you put it closer to that area, it glows brighter. As you hold it there for a second, you actually kind of feel it thrum in your hand, like, zzz, zzz, zzz. And then the wall kind of like, and then begins to shift open ever so slowly, and you kind of hear someone go like, huh? And the door opens slowly initially, then it kind of just like, whoop, and then opens all the way, and it leads into seemingly some back rooms. The lights are kind of dim back here. It's nowhere near as clinically bright as the rest of the facility, but you should probably move quickly.
Moving quickly.
Moving quickly.
Four of you shuffle in, and the door closes just as quickly as it opened. You hear some voices behind you, sort of in question as to like, did someone just open the door? And like right, they don't even have to finish their sentence. As the door closes, all sound behind you is completely cut off. As your eyes take a second to adjust to this new room, you're met with a hallway that it's about 10 feet across, and it goes for about 10 or so feet, and it opens into a relatively large circular room. At the end of this room, you see an elevator with walls of glass. Just now stepping into the elevator, you see a relatively old man that's sort of waving off to someone he was speaking with at the bottom of this elevator. They look as if their conversation is just now finishing. As it finishes, the person in front of the elevator turns to you, and the old man looks around this guy as the glass door is sort of closing in front of him, and you all instantly recognize the old man as Wily, as he's giving you all a look of like, what the shit? The individual that's not in the elevator also gives you guys a look of equal what?
I will bow.
So Wily is going up the elevator.
He's about to, yes.
Who's the other person?
You have no idea. You've never seen this guy before.
Do we see anybody else around?
No, this room is actually really dark.
What's in front of me?
In front of you is a table that can probably seat at most 6 people. It is entirely metal and black, just like the rest of the room. 2 of the chairs are kind of pulled out and skewed off to the side. To each of the walls, you see some cases that hold various books and ledgers, all paper and such. The elevator is cylindrical and has walls of glass. Inside the elevator is a completely white room that is illuminated. Basically, all the light that's coming into this room is coming from this massive cylindrical white elevator with glass walls. And as you kind of look, you can tell it turns on. As you can
He's
hear
not
it like
on the elevator yet, right?
Wiley is on the elevator and the door is closed.
What is he wearing?
He's wearing a uniform that looks very similar to yours, except just a wee bit fancier. And as you get a bit closer, you see that he has 4 diamonds on his shoulder.
He's the only one in this room, correct?
Correct.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna walk up to the table, put my hand on the table, and be like, "You're gonna need to sit down for this."
The individual stares at the 4 of you, jaw agape. You can tell he was definitely trying to draw a weapon, but seeing you all kind of, Sarnthar in very confidently, their hand is going away from where their weapon was. And you see Wiley behind you is beginning to ascend. The elevator is just going up, and he's watching the 4 of you with his hands behind his back, just very, interesting.
Not what I expected.
And up he goes as this individual puts his hand on the opposite side of the table, Ryder, and he says, "Speak." And we'll go ahead and pause there.
No.
All right.